Yo, it's your man, Pleasure P.
Marsha Ambrosius,
TM2,
Eric Ballinger,
112.
Tamia, and you're watching
Music Exclusive.
Music Exclusive.
Music Exclusives.
Music Exclusives TV. Don't stop until your body's soaking wet. Okay.
Wow. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Avery Wilson, and you're tuned into Music Exclusives TV.
Welcome to Music Exclusives TV. I'm Tabitha Williams here with Avery Wilson, who you may have seen on The Voice. That was a while back, though. He's coming with something new, a new EP that he wrote and did some production on, and it is called FYI.
Big facts.
Okay, so tell me, what's the vibe for this whole EP?
To be honest with you, it's not a specific vibe that I feel like people will get. It's more of an emotion because for me, when writing this album, I had been through all the contractual things and, being signed to major labels and all these big executives and, which I'm grateful for. And it's taught me a lot. But now I got the chance and opportunity to really speak from a place that's personal. And I've been through, a relationship that I felt was going to really last that didn't. And I'm going to speak on this EP about that, but in a perspective of being emotional as a man, but not being weak. And I think that that's something that people don't often get from men. We got to be hard and we got to be like, nah, I ain't worried about that girl. I'm just going to move on to the next. But
you love
sometimes her. I got love for her, but she ain't getting no more of the benefits. That's how that works. You feel me?
That's fine.
But, I talk a little bit about that. I talk a little bit about the growth from point A to point B, being signed, and the things that I had to go through to get past that. So I talk about everything that has happened to me in like the last 6 years, honestly.
Well, let's stop right there and let's go back.
Let's go.
You already talked about being signed, major contract. Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of people, when they say, I want to be a singer or, this is what I want from this industry.
Absolutely.
That's what they look forward to. You've had that opportunity. How does it feel on that end and where you are now?
I think a lot of people don't respect their freedom. And I think that's very important. And it sucks because until you get it taken away from you, you don't know what it feels like to not have it. And I was going through that process of being signed in a major label and then even just being in a production deal. I got the opportunity to see the insides of situations and not what people be like, oh, I know the industry. You really don't. But the moment that I got the chance to see inside, I learned so much about myself and about how people react towards you and what they are willing to give you while being signed to them and what they're not. And I got the details. So for me, it was like, that was important, but I think it's more important to me to be the independent artist right now that I am because I have to put all that to test. It was kind of like schooling. I went to college and I was like, cool. I mean, I like all my professors and I don't really like the times I got to get up for class and got like go to the gym and work this out and do that. So it was like, it taught me a lot. And I feel like now I have to put it all to the test and put it out there for people to see that I've learned. And it really made me become more strong as an artist and as an individual, period, to feel comfortable to tell people about where I am musically.
Well, now you're woke.
Yeah, well, I've been a little woke, but nah, definitely, I'm up now, for sure.
Okay. So walk me through the 5 tracks that are on the EP.
Okay. So the first track we have is Dollar Bill. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Dollar Bill. The first track on the EP is Dollar Bill. And to be like really short about it, but be in depth, it's simply saying, if you're not going to give me all of you, and I don't want half, and you're not willing to make it work for me, then I'd rather be single as a dollar bill. And that's not just relationships, that's life, that's work, that's, family members, whatever it is. If you're not going to meet me and give me what I feel like we both need to make this happen, then I'm going to choose to work it out on my own. So that's basically Dollar Bill. And it's like, it's really it's a real singy song compared to everything else on the EP. Because I know I can't come out with nothing and not sing.
I mean, you can sing, not like sing, but sang.
Double sing. Sing.
Right.
But so
like
that's
the real deal.
Yeah, that's the most singy song on my EP that I think people are going to love, which is why I put it first. Because then after that, I go into What's the Move, which is a little more of an urban flair. But because I'm musical, just period all around, it still has a hint of me, which is like the musical side. But it's basically saying that you shouldn't really worry about the lessons and make it such a negative thing that you go through in life. And I take that the perspective of the weekday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you might be going through a whole bunch of BS, if I can cuss, bullshit. But if not, but Friday, it's like for people that are working jobs and they're not doing exactly what they love, those are the days that they're free. They get the weekend to themselves. They can make their own plans. Friday, Saturday, you get all that time, and Sunday, most people. So I feel like you take those problems or those lessons through the week and you let that just kind of like go. So it's like, that's what What's the Move is. It's like, what's next? What are we doing next? Like, why are we worried about the past? Let it just be a lesson. Let's just go forward. Stop worrying about that. That's negative energy. We here now.
Okay, and then number 3.
Number 3 is Touchdown. Actually, I'm thinking about it myself. Number 3 is Touchdown, and that is strictly about just getting to the magic, you know. I don't want to say,
goal,
yeah,
touchdown,
exactly. It's the goal. You feel me? But that really kind of just came because I'm like, man, now that I'm out of this relationship, I'm back free and on the market.
It's winter.
Listen.
He's
I'm
single.
all around though. It ain't
He's
just about
single,
cuffing
though.
season, you feel me? But yeah, I feel like it's that, like, you wanna get to that point where it's like not just about, you know, the sex, but it's about the mentality too of the person and how they treat you and what they give you and the emotion and the understanding and the conversation. But this is strictly about just getting
The
to
physical.
Yeah, it's about the physical.
It's all about the body, the
It's about the
movement.
touchdown. You feel me? It's going down every time we get together. So that's in a simple mind, you know. But then we got number 4, which is Do For You. Man, this is a very emotional record.
You took a deep breath before you even talked
and
about
you'll
it.
understand when you hear it because it's a very vulnerable record. And I feel like as a man in a relationship with a woman, most times women don't think twice about how the man feels when he has messed up after the fact. And it's just like, nah, you did me dirty, you wrong, and we moving on. But
Are you saying that women should have a heart?
Yes, absolutely. And if you don't, you need to go find one. You feel me?
Ooh, cold-blooded.
Period. But yeah, I feel like this song is simply that. It's just me saying, even though I messed up and even though I was wrong, it still doesn't mean I don't love you, and it still doesn't mean you shouldn't recognize and understand my try, that I'm trying to make this better. So it's basically like, I just couldn't do it for you, and I have to accept the fact that I can't, but I'm still here. And you trying to leave me, but I'm still here, and I told you I'm not going nowhere, but you still don't understand that the small things in a relationship shouldn't be the killer. It shouldn't be the thing that ends all the things that we built. If it's really love, if it's really what you say it is, you got to be able to step over that.
Maybe. It all depends. It depends.
I mean, it does depend.
It depends.
But in this case, it don't depend.
Okay.
If you messing with me, I'm giving you all or nothing, and then that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
And the final cut?
The final cut is called Used To, and it has like a little like old school feel, but it's kind of more of it's an anthem for the ones that have done wrong again, you know, because I'm not perfect, and I don't think anybody is in relationships, but it's an anthem that's just saying, you know, when you say, this is the hook, when they say they love you, but they always find a way to throw the towel in. Have you been there? If you have, say yeah. And when you slip up and you get it wrong, you try to make it right, but they're still holding on to the past. Say yeah. It's just something to like make people feel a little bit better about being wrong and trying
and moving forward out of that.
Because you don't want to get in a relationship and it's like it's a problem, the fact that I've made mistakes, because we're gonna make mistakes. And if you really want to make this happen, we can't sit at the mistake. We got to move past it.
I agree.
So let's not make this a used to thing. Let's not make like, oh, we used to be together. Like, I'm trying to stay here and trying to stay with you. But if you are not ready to do that, then it's going to be a used to thing. So that's where used to comes from.
Okay, tell me this. Are there visuals to go along with the EP?
There are some visuals on the way. There are some amazing people that I don't know if I should even disclose, but they're...
Top secret?
Yeah.
It's music exclusive, so you can drop one. Exclusive. Not yet.
I'll just look around the room. Like, you know. But this is the thing. There are some amazing people that I absolutely am a fan of, a big fan of, and they love the music, and they're going to help me with some of the visuals, and there are some other visuals as well. What's the Move will be definitely a lead song in this, which is number 2, track 2.
So we're looking out for that.
Yes, absolutely.
And in addition to singing, real artists, true artists, are multi-talented.
Yes.
Would you say that you act? Would you say that you dance? Yeah, I went there. Would you say that you dance as well? Is that something we can see in a visual?
Absolutely. I think a lot of people are going to see a lot of things about Avery Wilson that they're not used to, because everybody knows Avery Wilson for the voice and for singing, and that's cool, and I'm grateful for that gift for sure. But I dance, I act, you know, I model profile. Y'all see that? Bite the cheek, just a little clench.
Endorsement.
Yeah, something Colgate. We're there too. But yeah, I definitely do a lot of other things. And I find I just think I love art. It's not really about just singing or just acting or just modeling or, you know, whatever it is that I'm into. I kind of like, it's natural. I feel like when you're blessed in a gift, like with a gift of like creativity, you just kind of can spread that in other ways. And you may not be better than, you know, at singing. I may be better than singing at acting, but it doesn't mean you can't go into it and try it. And
you
like,
try
grow.
everything.
Absolutely. So it's like, that's kind of my personality anyway.
So in trying everything, what's your next biggest dream?
My next biggest dream, I would have to say, is working towards that Grammy. Honestly, I want to get it early, and I want to get them, and I do mean plural with an S, like exclusives, music exclusives, right? But yeah, I think that's my next like thing. I want to get a Grammy for this album that I'm going to release sometime soon after this EP. And yeah, I definitely want to sell out some tours, for sure, headline some tours.
Let's talk about the tours. When is the tour?
They are being worked on now. I definitely have some shows, and there will be a show in New York as well very soon that I'll be headlining, that I'm working on. And I've just started fresh from being signed and being like in that whole world and that circle of a lot of different things. So now it's like I'm really building it back up, but I can't wait to get out and perform for people because that's what I thrive in. Like, that's what gets me excited.
Well, I can't wait to see. I know the fans are here for it. Where can everybody stay up to date on everything that you're doing?
Oh, they can always catch me on all my socials, which is Avery Wilson, very simple, Avery Wilson. And yeah, be on the lookout for this EP and also my album that is going to come very soon because I'm working on it now.
You're working on it now?
Absolutely. I got too much emotion. I got to get it out.
Okay. All right. Looking forward to that. Are you playing instruments as well?
I am. I'm actually playing keys on one of the songs on the EP.
Which song would that be?
Do For You.
Okay.
Yeah. The emotional one, of course.
Well, then we got to go check it out. It's the pouring of the heart and the soul, and then it's going through your fingertips on the key.
I'm going to make you question if you're in a relationship or you're, you know, out of a past relationship. I'm going to make you question a lot of things. Question yourself. Question who you fell in love with.
Don't leave people single out here, okay? It's about to be wintertime. People need to stay cuffed up.
They're not
okay?
going to be single. They're just going to question. And sometimes it's okay to look back at your, you know, your past situations and realize what you did right or wrong.
You trying to get y'all in a situation? Don't
listen. You probably already in one. You feel me? It's not my fault. I'm just helping the cause.
Well, look, here we play it first, and you heard it here first. It's Avery Wilson. I'm Tabitha Williams, and thanks for watching Music Exclusives. Subscribe.